Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are here on SS2-4, which is comprised of kingdoms. We have to look at these 5, 24, 25, 40, 42, 75, 86, 87, 89. Now, we are in one of the 4 Zone 2s, which is Camelid. This is where we have MSFT, FanG, going up against TLR, and then I think it's K and Q, if I'm correct there. Where's my sheet that I have? It is, that's right. Now, TLR is the #1 alliance right now that's in this KVK group. I'll show you some powers here. So you got the 7.3, them and FanG pretty much match up. MSFT is the 3rd strongest, and then you have at number 8, K and Q is here, right? So they're 4 bill. So if you're comparing them against MSFT, right, that's about 2.75 billion power that they have on them. So again, favor really is just in a decent amount of power going towards the MSFT FanG side. However, we'll see, right, how they're going to be able to pull this together. Right now, and it's interesting, I started watching this for a little while, and before, when they were fighting over here, you actually ended up seeing TLR that was able to push out a little bit, and then FanG and MST basically gathered a little bit of a group, and then they started going at the TLR players over by where, and I'll show you real quick because I think they're probably going to be retreating, but over here where FanG is, right? So you can see a few cities here, 3 cities that are over. So some of them started pushing their way around, and then obviously there's some more cities even more, right, as we kind of go up. And so, again, remember, you have to come through this choke, this spire choke, right? So you have some of the FanG players, and you got the MSFT up here in the neon green. You have to come all the way down here through this area, down here and here. Right? So they were able to start pushing them back, which is where you ended up seeing MSFT and some of the FanG players here that were there fighting as they were able to make it all the way down to the bottom of the spire and actually hit some people off of the spire. However, they're going to get this in a little bit for this level 2 spire. This is not going to take too long at that point. But now you're seeing TLR with the counterattack to now push TLR and MSFT off. And I actually thought that MSFT and FanG did a good job there when it came to moving up. They didn't overcommit. That was the thing I actually really liked about what we saw there before they started getting pushed, is they came right about here and started attacking down up, right? So for me, I liked seeing that because they didn't try to go all the way around and fight from over here. They were fighting from about the farthest distance that you could while also being a decent ways away, or I should say a little bit ways away from the ramp, right? So that kind of gave them some additional protection on that front. Now we'll see what they end up doing here. I mean, again, right, the optimum play is to fall back, and hopefully if you fall back here or if you fall back to your next staging area, which maybe could be here, where Tai Long and Ah are, especially if they can get some more players from FanG to replenish around here. That could be something, right? But oftentimes when you're disengaging, you're really trying to look for an optimal area to basically restage yourself. And now, with where TLR is now applying, if I was MSFT, I would just keep running. Like, don't stop. Just keep going, keep going. No need to stop. Let them chase you. Because the thing is that it will take them longer to kill you if they're chasing, right? Because you're not going to be able to do an attack animation every single time. They'll have to chase you, do a little attack animation, and then chase you some more, right? So it's actually really more, I mean, again, at least if the animations apply the same way that the damage will, and if that's how it looks in the reports, right, then that's how that should play out, where if you're stopping, then they're just attacking you constantly. So trying to buy yourself some time here, in this case, by just constantly keep moving backwards. And now you need to reshape yourselves, right? It's kind of like the reforming of the ranks. You know, we've been seeing quite a lot. Usually you see a lot more of this when flags aren't touching yet, and you're still just kind of fighting it out in the open field. But for the most part, I mean, again, they are the bulk of their forces when it came to the units there that FanG and MSFT had you could say the majority of them have made it back safely, right? They didn't really take any kind of, or you could say a decent amount of negative losses, right? Or just losses in general, I guess. Not to make the double negative there. And now you're seeing, right, TLR chase, and now here comes MSFT. However, bear in mind, it's just a few of them. I wouldn't fight here if I was Holy Samba and Finn in this situation. I would have pushed back more, because the thing is, you want to fight with numbers, right? If you're fighting with 2 or 3 of you, but you have more people that are back here, which bear in mind you do, right? Then you can reform your rank here, right? Like this is where Johnny Foster, 99AF, whoever those other guys were, Tai Long and someone else, right? Again, identify your staging area, but more importantly, someone should be calling that out, right? If you guys are all in voice, or if you got players in game, they should be dropping markers, hopefully, and communicating in text in real time, saying, hey, let's fall back here to this area. Once we bring them in a little bit more, then we'll go ahead and counter push them. And this is it. I mean, you have an opportunity now. I mean, look, TLR, they're still going in. They don't have as many forces coming in. And if you look all the way back, they're not really getting resupplied that heavily. So this is actually a good opportunity if you're paying attention and you're looking at the current force versus what does that resupply line look like. This is where MSFT and FanG could say to themselves, okay, let's back up to about here or so, right, wherever the next staging is, and then let's gather, and then let's counter push, right? Because TLR is still chasing. Now, if I'm TLR, I don't know if I'm going to keep chasing that long, because you don't want to get too deep into the territory, right? I would probably say just before, if not maybe 1 or 2 flags away from wherever the FanG flag is, because you don't need to overcommit, right? If you're TLR. You, for the most part, were able to take some wins there on that counter push. And now it's just a matter of trying to stay positive, right? Don't get too excited, right? Don't let that lemon look too juicy to you. Because, I mean, look, you have decent amounts of numbers from MSFT and FanG. I mean, based on what FanG can field. Okay, this actually isn't a bad play here from TLR. Right, where they're kind of pausing. Now, is this a pause to reassess? Is this a pause of, hey, we're going to form a staging area here, like kind of a forward staging area? And yeah, like UAE Darkness going in there. Yeah, that was a little bit too low, YOLO. I wouldn't have done that. Same thing here with Don Frex, right? Again, you're overextending a little bit too much. Don't just give away free kills. And again, that's where, even if you're not on mic, these are things, in my view, you should just be aware. Like, to me, these are very basic, just kind of tactic strategy 101. Right? These are things that you should always be cognizant of, and then hopefully someone that is has a little bit more war experience is there to kind of guide you, make those calls if needed, whether that's in voice or in the game via text. I like how, look, where did Kalimdor go? There he is. Where'd he go? There he is. Where'd he go? There he is. Just. I have to imagine this is a thing where, look, I'm right over it. Where'd Darkness go? Can't see anybody. Oh, there he is. I like how it's a roller coaster. It's like the steepest roller coaster ever going up or down. That's so funny. Okay. So now, I actually think, just as much as we saw that MSFT and FanG making the right call to back up based on how much they had pushed up, this is also, I would say, a good play from TLR and KO. I don't know what KQ's doing, but TLR, the one player there from KQ, but what TLR is doing, right, is they're just saying, okay, hey, look, we're going to back up to a little bit right now. We don't need to go too hard. We can wait to regroup. Now, bear in mind, you could regroup here at the top of this hill, if you want to call it that, because there's not really a ramp kind of almost more of a natural formation. I guess maybe you can consider that something. But is it okay to maybe regroup here and just kind of see what you can do, right? Are they going to push? Is there an opportunity for you to pick off some more stragglers with your force there because you're already more forward positioned, right? Are you there to potentially combat their staging group? There are a few ways you can approach this. I don't know if I really agree with everyone from TLR going all the way back. I would actually still be okay with them keeping that forward staging area, and then keep sending people, right, to continue the resupply. Because the thing is that even if it starts looking a little murky, excuse me, or even if you start noticing that, okay, well, they're starting to push us now, it's probably going to be a good idea for us to pull back even more. Then you can do that. You have enough space between the units here and where your units are over here, right? Now, in this case, is it okay if they want to pull back the whole way? Sure. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But at least we got, we got a little engagement there. Let's see if we have. So we're in Camelid. Let's go see Ravona. Right, there's supposed to be something going down here where. So in Ravona, right, for this group, we have GG89, VV89, IRA9, and then going up against TC42. So this is TC42, right? So it's this versus this red, purple, and then the green. That's up here, right? I think they're attacking the Spire right now, so I imagine they're going to get this. Yeah, they'll probably get that okay. But then you got this group who is, I think, building at the bottom of the ramp now. TC42, they got 55, so they just dropped that. They have probably 2 more flags, I would imagine. Yeah, probably 2 more flags until they get to the Spire, and then they'll cap that. So you're probably looking at maybe an hour and a half from now until they get there, right, give or take. And then they'll grab the Spire, but you could be seeing some fighting at some of the chokes. I don't know if we will see any fighting, but that would be like here at the bridge. There's another bridge over here. But again, no one's there. And then you'd have to go over here to the Spire, right? So this would kind of be the next place. Yeah, next one is in, I think there's one over here in Azanor. And this is supposed to be 42 TC versus REX and NET. No. Yeah. Sorry, NET's up here. Right, but the challenge is they have to build all the way, right? So they have to go all the way here to the Spire. They got to go up the ramp and then down the ramp. Right, so they have to go all the way, down the ramp and then over here to the Spire, right? So this is kind of like your next area that you're going to. And NET, decent activity here. They got 33 minutes left on theirs. And they got Rex, who I think should be following. And they got an hour 7. Okay. Yeah. So these two alliances are going to have to build all the way to the Spire, go up the ramp, down the ramp, across the bridge where the Spire is, right? So I think based on pacing right now, it almost feels like there's a chance they could meet up at the middle of the Thunder Rock. That actually could be a thing. I think based on how many flags from here to there, how many flags they both have to build from here to the Spire, go around, hit the ramp, I think there's a good chance that purple could probably make it to the ramp. And I think we're probably going to have a fight either at the ramp or somewhere around this middle plateau here where the Thunder Rock is, depending on pacing. And then if we go over here to Baduria, there's really nothing happening here. I think the fight is Degen versus ROP/UA, but that obviously will depend on, if they end up going in or not. So, yeah, for now, it looks like they're probably just going to let them... I don't know if I'd say let them get the flag, but it just doesn't seem like there's going to be a decent amount of PvP happening now. Again, outside of kind of what we already saw, so you're going to see some of the last people coming over here from TLR. Okay. Not bad. Building still has to be going, though. They can't just be stopping. Yeah. MSFT, 24 minutes on theirs. And then we got FanG with 8 minutes. Okay. Until they finish this one off. Yeah, so they're probably about what? They got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe 6, 7 flags until they hit the spire. Then they can hopefully build around down this way. Okay. Not bad. Okie dokie. Artichokes. I think that is going to do it for us on this one. You know what I was just thinking? I don't think I got any pictures for my PvP. I'm about to stack some pics right now. How dare they? Yeah, I didn't even think to grab any when they were doing those little skirmishes there in the open field. That would have been nice if I would have thought in that moment to grab some. Yeah, might be okay here though. I was gonna grab 1 or 2. Awesome, good to go. Alrighty. With that in mind, we will see how things continue to progress. But I think there's going to be quite a lot of action here in SS2-4. I hope you guys enjoyed. Right, I know kind of small skirmishes right now. We haven't really seen anything super big, but hopefully you guys like these kind of build-up teaser videos. Something new I was trying to as well, or thinking of doing in the event that there wasn't a lot of kind of big open field brawls, is that we can kind of show you some of the small scale things, talk a little bit more strategy and tactics as ways to kind of give you those appetizers before we start getting to the full course meals. So, right, kind of build up, preludes, if you will, right, to the main attractions. With that in mind, that's going to do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As always, until next time, I will catch you later.